Hi guys, this is Breaker, and I'm back with, well, we all know this figure. Go ahead and give him his well overdue introduction. You know, he's proven to be a rather rough and yet at the same time gentle giant. In the upper left-hand corner, I give you all a very good variety personality. The very own EGiNcontrLRC. Lower right-hand corner, unfortunately, I just wish I could give him an equally prestigious introduction, but I can't find the words for him. I don't know him that well as a player. His name is Smaug. I'm gonna call him Smaug after this. That'll be good. Yeah, the map we're on right now would actually be Bel'Shir Beamman. In the context of PvT, I can think of lots of dangerous stuff happening. I do want to say that if you're playing Protoss and you're going to take this for your third, I gotta say, it's gotta be probably the worst idea you can do on the planet versus Terran. The reason being is because of the double medevac drop. Like, if you get a double medevac drop here and it hits you, then you go straight up and you try to thwart it as Protoss, then you're basically kind of screwed. Because you just see that essentially what the medevac would do is just pick up and then come back here into the main. And, like, I mean, that's when you're talking about 3-base play. 3-base play versus bio play, of course, you're going to encounter that as a very real scenario. Also, let's talk about the map a little bit more. Smaug. Let's see here. Looks like he's taking a little bit of probe harass from EGiNcontrol. I mean, EGiNcontrol being a really annoying guy, but he doesn't kill an SCV just yet. First unit in production is going to be a Marine. This kind of looks like a bit of a late 1-1-1 coming from Smaug, to be quite honest with you all. But that probe, it's trapped, it's not getting out. He's like, break this down, I went out. Oh, but what do you know? The Marine happens to be on the wrong side. That could have been a chance for... No, it wouldn't have been a chance to get away. I've got too many shots. Yeah, it looks like he tried to get just a read on how much gas Smaug harvested there before, you know, losing that probe. And it looks like a fast expand is going to kind of be denied here. Meanwhile, the Cybernetics Core did just finish up, and EGiNcontrol's first choice unit to go out is a Stalker. Probe coming down here, trying to put some hurt on this SCV, not quite working it out. Yeah. I wonder, you know, it would be kind of interesting to see, like, two penguins fist fighting, because honestly, I think that's what that just reminded me of. That's what I think of when I see SCVs fighting probes, but, I don't know, I think StarCraft, you know, the Blizzard guys, they should try and make some kind of a cinematic that would make, you know, worker fights look a little more fierce. Because, I mean, once you think about it, an SCV is a pretty large unit compared to a real or ordinary man. Think about it. And, kind of a bit of a greeny opening coming from Smaug. He's actually going straight for, you know, it's kind of a 1-Rax expand. When with a reactor on that, I'm wondering, is this going to be like a bio follow-up immediately afterwards? We do have a factory going down now. I'm thinking perhaps we're going to see just one additional, what's the word I'm looking for? One additional, excuse me, 1 or 2 additional Widow Mines out, and then you're going to finish up and take it into maybe some kind of an aggressive triple orbital command opening. If that makes sense. Maybe, you know, continue this up with a starport, essentially. There's the starport in construction right now. The Stalker shields are about gone, and this is kind of a bold move by Smaug, considering he doesn't have stim, but he does get EGiNcontrol Stalker. That's because, well, I guess, you know, his reflexes weren't quite up to par. I mean, EGiNcontrol, there's really nothing to say that he's a bad player. He's in Grandmaster's Elite, for crying out loud. But, I mean, if you compare him to the scale of other pros, you know, I mean, he hasn't really won a tournament that I know of in, say, the last year or two that is greatly prestigious. There might be a few show matches that did feature him. I did cast one of them, actually. EGiNcontrol was playing against, essentially some... excuse me. Late night casting is one thing that'll put me to sleep. He was actually playing against some guys in the Rick Mix Russia StarCraft League Season 4. Did have the pleasure of casting him. And the Oracle is now arriving to the party. I'm just a little curious, is there anything here to defend? There is not. How many kills is that Oracle gonna get? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. The Oracle's gonna fly like straight into that. It was 8 up until this point. Orange SCV, target the orange SCV, target him. Oh, you missed. 5 energy left on that Oracle. It's gonna run away, and it will basically leave the game at 9 worker kills for EGiNcontrol. I want to say that this is actually going to be, you know, rather critical towards the late game. It will be. I mean, there's no other way to say it. Oracle 2 arrives to the party. It doesn't get the kill. Ouch, but it does get kill. Didn't get the kill on the second Widowmine. Did manage to get the first one for Brood. That's, I don't know, that kind of brings a bit of a stressful point to me, but kind of great. And the Marines, actually there was a medevac drone going down behind us, I think, but let's check and see just how much damage Smaug did with that. Killed 1 worker over the course of the entire game, and it must have been that probe that got trapped in the Photon Overcharge went down on this Nexus. That means that this medevac will not be going back in and doing any significant harass in the near future. I'm just a little curious, did the Widow Mines inside of it get any kills? That's the real question, you know. Medevac's coming back home, and EGiNcontrol, I don't know, it's like, he's in a pretty good position so far. I mean, just look at the income. You know, he's still ahead, well, sort of, but Mules allowed the situation to kind of quickly get recovered by Smaug, not do that again. Double Forge follow-up going down as well. And a robotics facility bringing in a observer. Now I'm a little curious, where is EGiNcontrol going to go with this tech from here? I don't know, I just, you know, there's a robo facility, but no robo bay in production just yet. We have +1/+1. 3 more gateways being tacked on as well. Another observer in the base as well. This is super confusing. This Oracle trying to come back in, did try to get some harass done, didn't kill anything, you know, it did scrap a few SCVs. I think just scraped them. That's about it. And this looks like it might have been a slight mistake by EGiNcontrol. You know, he's got double observers here. And where's the tick up going for our Terran right now? Here's what I was looking for from EGiNcontrol earlier that I didn't see. The Twilight Council. Something, I mean, like, when you have that many gateways on 2 base, it makes perfect sense just what kind of a transition to make. But finally, at the 11-minute mark, we can finally see that, you know, this is decisively the opener that we have coming from Smaug. Actually, we could have seen this as early as a minute and 40 seconds ago, in game time, mind you, but I was too concentrated on just figuring out what EGiNcontrol was trying to do. Basically, when you see a bunch of barracks, that's going to tell you, okay, well, my opponent wants to do bio. Hellmaster bio as well, technically, but they only get upgrades if vehicle weapons are researched. Getting kind of sleepy. Sorry about that, guys. Gotta wake up at 6 AM for a tournament tomorrow, and with this we see EGiNcontrol moving out. I'm thinking the present unit composition that we see from him is not optimal to deal with Terran Bio. We're gonna see like a bunch of Stim Marines, you know, just rapidly laying down their fire. Like, I don't know how to say it. It's gonna look, you know, it's gonna look something like, I don't know. The best analogy I can think of presently would be like a bunch of bullets flying at a Japanese kamikaze airplane that's ready to crash into a battleship in the Battle of Midway. Crusade Phoenix are going in, trying to get a read on just what's here. And now EGiNcontrol is not oblivious to what's happening here. He knows that, he doesn't know about the SCVs being pulled, but he does know that his opponent is definitely gonna have a huge bio ball. Psionic Storm is being researched right now, but it's nowhere near done. It's 50 seconds away. It's about halfway through. Yeah, about 50 seconds. And now, EGiNcontrol, just at the time when he needs that AoE the most, he doesn't have it just yet. His High Templar will be ready to cast their storms once Psionic Storm is finished, but the question is, how much damage will be done, and will EGiNControl be able to hold his ground? He's got enough force fields to make an entire wall up here, and it looks like he's getting in position to do just that. Photon Overcharge going down defensively. The force fields are not being thrown down. This is absolutely... I have no clue why he would do that. Is this just a misstep? Is this a misclick? Is he not... We used to concentrate on getting the storms out. They weren't ready, and finally they are down, and they are beautiful, and it's looking like maybe, just maybe, we're going to see EGiNControl by some mad glimmer of hope holding here. He's had to pull Growth to deal with this, which is the last thing you want to do as Protoss, because it's so much harder to get your economy back up. But I'm wondering, does our Terran go about this third? If he can defeat the main army here, yeah, it might be okay, but in the overall scheme of things, I don't think, you know, you'll be able to really do too much continuous damage here. Oh my god, EGiNControl's income. He's got enough to really make some units, but I don't know. He's just kind of warping everything in one unit at a time. Everything's stimming to punch into the main. Jeff got an Immortal out. He's targeting down the Marauders, doing a damn good job with that. The Marauder needs to take down the Viking. Good job, and it looks like we have Jeff in control, barely holding at the natural. The third goes relatively untouched, and I think our Terran is still... Yeah, he's completely oblivious to this. So checking the income right now, both players are relatively even, but the biggest difference is we're going to have to look and examine the worker remax time for EGiNControl. Right now he's at 16, his main is fully saturated, his natural is kind of undersaturated, yeah, it's way beyond undersaturated. The third has potential to be saturated, but now we have more and more SCVs being pulled. Question is, can he hold this next attack? We've got a lot of SCVs, this is all the SCVs, a few Hellbats, aka light tanks if you will. Coming in here, the Archon is doing its mighty damage to this entire bio hall, and it's looking as though we may see EGiNcontrLRC able to hold this for the time being, but he surely fell after that. Yes, he did. It was basically all about the Archon there. You know, if he had a few storms ready to go, I'm thinking it could have been a different story, but then again, we also have short-range DPS units called Marines. And the storms, you know, I want to say that if he had just been able to hold here for a little bit longer, no, I don't think he would have been able to. Like, you know, did he have a mothership core? He did not. What was in his production? Let's check that out. Okay. He had no mothership core in production. And that's about it. That's why he finishes. Single Immortal versus that many Marine spawn. Look at how quickly he falls. Alright. So if you guys liked what you saw here today, I guess go ahead and click on the subscribe button to my YouTube channel. This has been Breaker. I'll see you guys next time.